Mariano Agami with the final bell, and I'm very happy to be joined by Speedy Rashidi Ellis. Rashidi, what's going on?
Not much, man. Same old, just getting ready for November
Yeah,
1st.
November 1st, Mohegan Sun Arena against former two-time world champion Javier Fortuna. Um,
Two times? Oh yeah,
well,
I
yeah,
didn't know two
I had a
times.
conversation with him a couple days ago, and he was like, "No, it's two times because BoxRec only shows the one where he beat Brian Vasquez, but I think he
Mm.
also won one against this Irish guy, Patrick Hyland. It might have been an interim title. I think that's why one of
Oh
them is,
yeah, shit.
yeah,
Even better. Even
yeah,
better.
exactly, even better.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
better. Well, and what's funny about those, he was someone to watch as a prospect coming up. I remember seeing him early on, in I think it was actually around Foxwoods or Mohegan Sun, one of those where he fought on a Sergio Martinez undercard, the middleweight champ.
No,
Um,
definitely.
yeah, but his titles, he won them at around, I think it was like 130 pounds. And over the years,
Mm.
he's gone up in weight. What are your thoughts of him as a fighter? Like, are you pretty familiar with him as a fighter?
Yeah, as I don't want to say kid, but as a like when I first started pro, I was watching him as
Yeah,
as a fighter. I was watching him as a
yeah.
fighter too, and especially when I used to go to DR to fight, I ran into him. I ran into Fortuna, and especially when we trained in Boston, when I was sparring and stuff, he's around the area too. So I seen him a lot. Like we know of each other.
Yeah, because he's based in Braintree now, right? Not too far from you.
Okay, yeah, yeah. So I see him a lot around here.
Yeah. Gotcha, gotcha. And while he has a lot of experience, you probably have the size advantage. I think speed wise, you probably edge him, but he coming from the smaller weights, I remember him being pretty fast. What do you think is going to
Yeah.
be the big difference between you guys?
Um, he's very crafty. He's very awkward, as you see. So it looks like it's gonna take a little bit for me to to catch on to his awkwardness. So the first 3 rounds are gonna be tricky. Then after that, I'm gonna get his ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And do you kind of crave that a little bit more? Because I know you've been kind of stopping your opponents pretty early, blowing them out. Do you want
yeah,
somebody
yeah.
to kind of take it so that you can like adjust and do different things?
Yes, for sure. Because I get better when the round go. Then and plus I want to get more rounds under my belt. So
Yeah,
more
yeah.
rounds is better.
Absolutely. So the last time I saw you was this past Saturday, when we were at Foxwoods, and one of the things that I was going to mention to you, and I know you're fully aware, is that's the night that you were going to fight Boots, and instead he ended up fighting in Philly against Wisman Lima. Did you get a chance to watch
Mm.
that performance or no?
No, I saw the highlights though, but
Yeah,
shit, the highlights was like the whole fight. It was only first
yeah,
round.
pretty much.
So
It was,
yeah,
it was
so
divided
yeah,
round.
yeah. So I can say I seen it. I seen it. But
Yeah,
I already knew that was gonna happen because
yeah.
that dude Lima, he's a good prospect, I guess you want to say. So
Yeah.
and it looked like he just sat there and got hit.
Yeah, it's funny because
Yeah,
actually landed a punch also, but it just didn't really affect Boots.
yeah, yeah. I seen that. Yeah,
Yeah. But I couldn't help thinking while I watched the fight is I wonder how you would have done. Like I feel like that would have been a really good fight. I've always thought that would be a
oh
competitive
yeah,
fight.
definitely. I would say that too. Like me and him would be a very excited technical fight. I always say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it would be an exciting fight because I feel like while both of you can box, both of you can bang, you guys can do a little bit of everything and you're both fast. So it would be like a chess match, but also like there'll be some power behind it. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the night if there is a
Yeah,
stoppage either way.
yeah, for sure. It's supposed to be a lot of shit talking too, because
Yeah, I know. Leading up, it would be
because we
great.
both we both like to have fun in there, so
Yeah.
it will be
Yeah.
good.
So the question for you is that something that you still like would like to do? Would you still like to fight him? I guess at this point it would be at 154, or are you more focused now on pursuing a world title at welterweight?
I'm more focused on 147, but if the opportunity comes again, I definitely I want to fight him. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'll fight him
You've been
154. It
wanting
don't
to
even
fight him,
matter.
right? For a long
Yeah,
time.
I'll fight him at 160. I don't care what it is. I'll fight him.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you think a fight between you guys would go at 154?
I'll come victorious. I know that, and I just think I'm too fast for him.
Hmm. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got to
I
get
ain't
that
get
fight.
I ain't gonna sit there and get hit like Lima, Lama, whatever the fuck his
Yeah,
name is.
yeah.
Yeah, so take that out the window.
Yeah, we have to get that fight at some point. It would be one of those things where it's a shame if it doesn't happen, because
Yeah, for sure.
really popular fighters who were on a collision course in the past.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to see. But look, you're ranked number 9 with the WBO as of the last time I checked, and the champion there is Brian Norman Jr. And I know you guys have had some words also. I know he's busy. He's going to be fighting Devin Haney, but is he your number 1 target right now? Is it solidifying a title shot against him?
As 147, yeah, definitely Brian Norman. Yeah. So
Yeah,
so whoever honestly whoever wins that fight, him or Devin Haney, I like to fight any of them, him or Devin
yeah,
Haney. But
yeah,
but
for sure.
really Brian Norman, I always wanted to fight him. So
Yeah, yeah. On the other hand, you are the WBC US silver welterweight champion. Um, you're very close to those top 10 rankings in the WBC, where the champion there is Mario Barrios, and he hasn't been looking as great
they
lately, right? He's
protected
struggling.
him.
Yeah,
They protected him. They don't want him to fight somebody like me.
yeah,
They
yeah,
definitely don't want to. But I hope that happens. But I doubt it. But I hope so.
yeah. If you were to rank those 4 champions, you got Lewis Crocker, who just won the IBF. He beat Patty Donovan
Oh,
in that.
somebody show me him. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, he's the one that's least known, I would say, right? You got Rolly
Yeah.
Romero for the IBF. You
Yeah,
got
they got Rolly, they gave Rolly a belt.
so,
What?
so how do you rank those 4 guys? And I guess you don't know Lewis Crocker, so maybe we'll put him somewhere in the middle. But
I
how do
know.
you got Norman first?
Yeah, yeah. 147 looking weak right now. Not weak, but like damn. Yeah,
Yeah,
I got Brian Norman first, then
yeah,
Rolly,
yeah.
then Barrios, then I don't even know the other guy. So I don't know. I don't
Crocker,
know if
yeah.
he's good or not.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I think the guy he fought, Patty Donovan, was actually probably a better fighter than he is. He's
Mm.
like a lefty. He's good. And he arguably won that fight. And this was a rematch. The first
Oh,
time
oh,
around, there was a
oh,
punch
it was like a
right
close
after the bell.
decision.
This was a close
Oh,
decision.
oh, I
Yeah.
know what fight you're talking about. Oh, that was for
Yeah.
the world title?
Yes, that was for a
And then
world
like
title.
after the belt, it was like real like it was like
Yes.
a millisecond. Yeah, yeah, I know you're talking about. I seen that. I seen that.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
that fight, he lost by disqualification because he landed a punch right at the bell. Lewis Crocker won.
Mm,
And then came the world title shot, which was a rematch, and Lewis Crocker won this time. This time he got Crocker knocked Patty Donovan down twice, and was able to win. A lot of people thought he should have gone the other way, but it doesn't matter. Um,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
yeah, but I feel like you're well positioned at least for Brian Norman, hopefully also Mario Barrios, just because you have that WBC title. Um,
Yeah.
because you've been really
But
active. Like, that's one thing about you. Active with the Boston Butchers. This is the third fight of 2025. We just need to see your movement right up the rankings.
yeah, this is the most I've been active in like shoot, like 10 years. I don't remember because
Yeah.
shit, like, my whole resume I was fighting like every once a year, 2 times a year, like every 2 years. It was crazy. But now I'm
And can you,
active, so you
yeah,
get to
and
see
can you
now.
speak a little bit about that, like how you feel as
So,
an active fighter versus when you were fighting once or twice a year?
oh, ring rust, you know, that
Yeah.
that that really is a thing, ring rust. Especially all my biggest fights was comeback fights. So
Yeah.
imagine if I was active. When I
Hmm.
fought Road Trial, I had one fight in 2 years. When I fought Eddie Gomez, I had one fight in a year and a half. It was crazy, and I still did what I had to do.
Yeah. And do you know why that was? Like, is there like, was that just promoter putting you on the shelf or what?
Yeah, yeah, it was promotion, a little bit of injuries, but it wasn't that long though. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, man, it's good to see you fighting very regularly, and you do look sharp. But hopefully it translates to getting you one of those big fights, because it's one thing to see you fight some of these guys who are maybe like fringe contenders, but I'd like to see you in with someone who's going to give you a bit of a challenge, so you could show everybody what you've been working on,
yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. And Fortuna's gonna give me a challenge.
yeah.
Like I
I
said, he's
think so.
very crafty. So and he comes to fight, and he's very entertaining too. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be fun.
yeah. And he's got some power, and he had almost 2 months notice for this, so it's not like he's coming in on short notice. So he's preparing,
Oh yeah, I seen
good.
him training. Yeah, he's training.
Yeah. Yeah, which
But
is good, right?
but
That's what
but
you want. You
yeah,
want somebody at their
yeah. I
best.
want I want him at his best. I want him
Right.
to come to fight. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Now that you have been fighting regularly around your region, how have you noticed, maybe like a little bit of a change in people's awareness of you, whether it's media or fans? Like, have you noticed the uptick in that?
Yes, definitely. Because people just thought I just fight overseas only, but which I was. So they really didn't get to see me, but now they see me now. So,
Yeah.
it's more love because they see it with their own eyes instead of just watching on TV.
Yeah, no, exactly. And the last time well, when I spoke to you last October, a year ago, I think it might have been your first fight with
Oh yeah,
with
that was a year ago. Yeah,
yeah, it was
time
around
flies.
Halloween,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Halloween
Yeah, it
knockout.
was
Yeah.
Halloween. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, I kind of broke it to you that that show was going to be on the Zone, right? And you had two appearances on the Zone. So this time around, I got a surprise for you also for November 1st, but I just can't tell you yet.
Oh
It's
shit,
coming.
HBO's back.
Yeah, yeah, I wish.
I wish,
I
right?
wish. Right? With Jim Lampley calling
Yeah, I wish.
the
Yeah, I
action.
miss HBO.
Yeah, but we do have a surprise. It's coming hopefully next week.
Nice,
As soon as
nice.
we're able to button it all up. But just put it this way, you are going to have some good viewership.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's all I like to hear.
That's what's up. In the meantime, what do you want to tell your fans who are going to come to see you November 1st, Mohegan Sun Arena, defending your title against former two-time world champion Javier El Abejon Fortuna?
Yeah, if you guys are around the area, just come by and show support. November 1st, Mohegan Sun Casino is gonna be a great show, especially the people in the undercard is gonna be it's gonna be a packed show.
Yeah.
It's good fights all the way around. Good a whole
This definitely
good boxing night.
Yeah, this looks like the best show I think of the year when you look at the card and like who's on it and who they're fighting. Very evenly matched. So I think it's
Yes,
going to be a really good
sure.
card. And for you, I think for fans that are able to see you, it's like seeing somebody who's just about to get that world title shot, right? And so looking forward to that.
Yes, yes, same here. It's gonna be
God
good.
willing.
It's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, for sure. God willing. All right, brother. Great talking to you and best of luck on Saturday. And we'll talk
All
after
right.
the fight.
Hey man, God bless, but have a good one.